This is our EHR system, which we call Wire Search, basically voice interfaced electronic health record search. We will demonstrate how we issue voice queries across three resources, three FHIR resources to be more specific, which are procedure, encounter, and observations. First, we begin with procedure. Procedure is a FHIR resource used to record the details of current and historical procedures performed on or for a patient. Examples include surgical procedures, diagnostic procedures, endoscopic procedures, biopsies, etc. And these procedures may be performed by a healthcare professional or a service provider. Within this resource, we demonstrate how we can search for antigen tests and urine screenings. We do this by first clicking on this icon and then saying out our query. Procedure antigen test. Below are the results. This component is the JSON representation of the FHIR format, and this is the human readable part that we have indexed, and this part of the text is what we have indexed that the retrieval system then queries upon. A developer may take the data in the FHIR format over here and come up with innovative ways to communicate the data to a practitioner. Now let's move to another resource, Encounter. Encounter. Encounter encompasses the life cycle from pre-admission, the actual encounter, and admission, stay, and discharge. During the encounter, the patient may move from practitioner to practitioner and location to location. Now let's look at an example where we are interested in looking at information regarding a patient's prenatal visit. Let's begin with a broad search. Encounter visit. The results that we see over here are a bit broad, including information about postnatal pregnancies, normal pregnancies, and prenatal pregnancy. So we add a term to be more specific. We do this by saying add prenatal. Now let's see how this works. Add prenatal. Now when we did that, now we get results for prenatal pregnancies. Suppose say we want to further narrow this down to include only results for initial visits regarding prenatal pregnancy. We do this by once again adding a term, the initial. Add initial. As you can see, we have further condensed down our problem space and have retrieved only results regarding initial prenatal pregnancies. Now let's move on to another resource, observation. Observation. Observations are a central element in healthcare used to support diagnosis, monitor progress, determine baselines and patterns, and even capture demographic characteristics. So let's say a patient visits a doctor and the doctor wants to check their vitals. They do this by simply issuing a voice query, observation vitals. Observation vitals. Here, as you can see, we get a broad range of results ranging from body height, reported pain severity, BMI, blood pressure, etc. Now suppose say we want to filter it down to only blood pressure. We do this by adding a term, blood pressure. Add blood pressure. As you see, we have narrowed down our results to only blood pressure vitals.